everybody, how are you doing? This is Charity from ScrapFaire. It's so good to see you today. We're still going to enjoy being by my Christmas tree while we can. I'm really excited about that. And I've got my show notes down here, so if you see me looking towards the doodly-doo, as Kemper says, that's because I'm glancing at my show notes to make sure I don't forget to tell you anything. I'm really excited to share some things with you today, so let's go ahead and get started with finished objects. Yay! I have a couple, and the first one is my Afterthought Everything socks. These are my Oh Christmas Tree Afterthought Everything socks. Oh, sock walkas. They're made out of lollipop yarns in the Oh Christmas Tree colorway. They're Afterthought Everything, so they were one tube. This was one tube of stripes, and I don't care about the stripes being in opposite directions. I think it's really cute. I haven't woven in the ends. They are blocked. My gauge has loosened up a little bit, I've noticed, since I very first started knitting socks, but that's good, right? And from here to here, so from the top of my cuff to the heel is 7 inches. And the Afterthought Everything pattern, it's only $2, and even if you think you can wing it, because I certainly thought that I could, but then Spicy Homemaker, Melissa, is the one who I originally heard about this pattern from. I had never thought about just knitting a tube and putting in my heels and toes later, so when Melissa started talking about this pattern, I bought it. It was $2. She said it had really good measurement information, so she said knit your cuff and knit 7 inches, and I couldn't decide if she meant knit my cuff and then knit 7 additional inches. But I did an 1.5 inch cuff on these, and the end's hanging or bothering me, sorry. And then I decided, you know, 7 inches is good for me. Kind of stuck it on my foot and decided I didn't really want it longer than that. So all I have to do is weave in the ends, and these are ready to wear, and I actually plan on wearing these to work today, so yay. The coordinating heels and toes and cuffs color did come with the ball of yarn. She does the gobstopper balls. And you guys, I got my heels, toes, and cuffs out of the gobstopper that Lollipop sent Joan sends with her yarn. I had 4 grams left over. And then out of the approximately 100 gram ball, after knitting my stripy socks, I had 53 grams left over. So I actually traded with someone on Ravelry who's going to send me some mini skeins, because I don't have very many mini skeins. But anyway, so I traded with someone who is going to send me some mini skeins for the rest of that yarn. So that was exciting. And then the most exciting thing happened. I knit a COLORWORK project. This is, oh, it has red fuzz on it because I don't wear red fuzzy pants. This is the Insulate hat. Insulate! That's my terrible Dalek impression. This is the Insulate hat, designed by Amy Van Der Laar. This is actually a free pattern on Ravelry, and my little brother turns 19 on the 19th of this month, so this is going to him. And I do have a note for you. I knit the largest size, and it fits snugly, comfortably on my head. It is snug. My husband says it is uncomfortably snug on his head, so I'm going to hope that my little brother doesn't mind. And for the most part, I think my floats look really good now. I did a terrible job of catching them at the top, so please don't judge me. I think it'll be fine. I don't think that will damage anything. I'm really, really pleased with this. I did know the COLORWORK was going to be a bit tight, so that's why I made the largest size. If I made this for my husband, I would put an extra Dalek in it so that he would like it more, but it made me feel like a knitter with a capital K when I finished this, because I think it looks great, and I'm not trying to brag. I just, you know how you make something and you're super duper proud of it. Oh, and this is just out of Knit Picks. It's Dusk and some other color that I will put in the show notes. But it's just Knit Picks, worsted. Their yarn is super soft. This hat feels wonderful. I would knit with it again in a heartbeat. Those are all my finished objects, and then I have a lovely Lolo Did It Project Toe. And I actually should have taken my little fitness tracker off, but this is called the Autumnal Knit, and it is by, oh, the designer of the Afterthought Everything socks is Erica Kemp Broughton. So just to let you know, this is the Autumnal Knit. The pattern is on Ravelry. It is another free pattern, and it is by Joe Bangles. This is actually my husband's anniversary present. So I've got one done. I have to finish the other one by the 13th, and this one did not take long at all. All this, you can see this is Lolo Did It Simple DK in a colorway that she hasn't released this year. It was a colorway from last year, and I actually won this skein. She had an Instagram contest, and I won it last year. It's called Save Fantasia. And its original name was Ugly Sweater, but my husband's very favorite color is purple, and this has a lot of beautiful purples in it. I really like this color. It almost stripes with some blue and green that's in there, but I really like this. There is a little bit of a textured pattern. It's a little lacy. I think he'll like it. I think he'll wear it. I am making really detailed notes on my project page because I put in a couple of extra stitches, so it would be plenty big for him. And I do want to point out that this mitt looks as long as the mitt that is on the picture in the pattern. And the pattern says it's 4 DK, and this is 4 less repeats, I think, of the pattern than it calls for. But it was the length that I wanted it to be, so I stopped. And this hasn't been blocked, which I'm sure the pattern will probably pop out a little bit better when I block it. But I think he's going to love it. He's always complaining his hands are getting cold when he's working in the basement, so I'm hoping that will keep his hands from getting cold. And I'm actually keeping the Doctor Who mitts in my Star Wars project bag, and this project bag is by somebody whose tag is so small I can't read it anymore. Jesselyn. I saw this on it was an ad on Ravelry, and I put it in a wish list when I did a swap last year, my first swap with Knit One Geek 2, and I got that bag. Yay, that was one of the things I'd wanted. And then I've got all my notions. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd used this doll for the Doctor Who hat. That's why I'm so tickled with myself. So I had knit a Doctor Who hat in a Star Wars project bag with a Star Trek notions case. That's and my husband is a fan of Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars. So I just thought I'd share that with you because it tickled me, and it might tickle you. You might think it's dorky. I don't care. And then I have a couple more projects going. I think I'm missing a project bag. But which one am I missing? Oh, hold on just a second. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, sorry. I did not realize that I had forgotten this. Speaking of Christmas, were we talking about Christmas? I don't think we were. But anyway, this is my yarn. I got a yarn wish granted. Get your yarn wishes granted. 2016. This is a Stitches and Pearls project bag. Stitches and Pearls. She has an Etsy shop, and this is Knitting Annihilator, who also has a podcast, sent me this. So I had said that I wished for a holiday project bag, a Christmas project bag, and funny enough, I had granted a Stitches and Pearls wish from Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted, and so Knitting Annihilator wound up buying me this project bag and having it sent to me from Stitches and Pearls. Yay! And it's the Ghastly's holiday fabric. You see, there's a little girl with a moth trying to light on her finger. She's holding a hammer, by the way. Don't know why. And there's some holly. I love the color. And I love all these happy, Christmassy colors. It's not like overtly screaming Christmas, but it's kind of like my Christmas color, so that's great. This is a teeny tiny little print. And the back is kind of this whole dot loveliness. It has a nice little handle, and then this is a zipper pull slash progress keeper that I made, and I had some in my shop at one time, my ScrapFaire Etsy shop, so there's still some progress keepers over there. But this bag is holding the Abraham number socks, which is a pattern by Dammy's Doodles, from Geeky Girls Knits, Damaris, Dammy. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it. It's this really cute little bow stitch pattern. I have a Sucra Miniatures progress keeper. It's a baked potato with cheese and sour cream, which is like my favorite. So that's my baked potato, and that's my Stitches and Pearls bag. That's one works in progress. And then my other work in progress, which I know the last time I talked to you, I told you I was unemployed. I have since become employed. I actually got offered 2 jobs, and I wound up taking a part-time position at Paper Source, which so far is a lot of fun. I love the Paper Source anyway. I love to shop there. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm sorry you guys, it's like I've never done this before. And I have show notes, I should read them. This yarn is by Gnome Acres, and it's the Eggs colorway. It's in their House Gnome base. This is my first Gnome Acres. My brother sent to me for my birthday, and I'm just now getting a project done in it. And I actually have a project I want to cast on for that same brother, but we'll see. We'll see. I have 2 brothers, one much younger than the other one. Okay, but in my Freckled Whimsy bag, Woodland Shenanigans bag, which is Christmassy but not necessarily Christmassy, I'm knitting another pair of Christmas lollipop yarn, self-striping, Afterthought Everything socks. This is the Carol of the Bells colorway, and she did have this in at least one earlier update this year. It's a silvery gray to a red stripe to a gray stripe to a green stripe back to a gray stripe, and the silvery gray stripes are about half the size, the width of the red and green stripes. I think this is super fun, so I'm going to do a colorway repeat of the green, and I might even do back in the silver. I'm trying to decide because I'm almost to the silver again, but and then I'll start my Afterthought Everything stockinette. And it came with a little Hills, Toes, and Cuffs ball of the red. I don't know if I'm going to use that or just do it all striped and see if I can make cute super stripy socks. I don't know yet, but I have a while to decide. Also, the little red ball fell out into a box of yarn where I found this one being stored since the move. So we'll see if I can find that ball of red. I might make it around. This is my... So, I brought up my new job. I'm sorry this is so disjointed. Please forgive me. To say that this is my bus knitting. I took the bus. I've never taken a bus before except a school bus because I grew up in a very rural area. But I took a bus for the first time yesterday to work. And so I had to figure out where to catch the bus, where to pick up the bus. And actually when I was trying to come home, I got on the bus and it was going in the wrong direction. So it went to the end of the line and the bus driver said you have to get off. And I was like, but I'm going home. And he's like, well, we'll go, but it's 15 minutes before we leave. And so I had to pay for that bus twice. Not a big deal. But I have another Notions tin. I'm loving keeping my Notions and tins in the bag. And this I want to tell you about. This is Yes, It Takes a Long Time. And it has a cabley sweater or cabley fabric, whatever. This is from the Sexy Knitter, and let me tell you, this is, I bought one of these as a gift for my sister-in-law. I gave it to her for Thanksgiving, and I think she loves it. I really think she loves it, but it's all things you're going to use. It has a little magnet on the top so that your metal needles for, you know, my brain is not working. Your metal needles for weaving in ends will stay right there, and it comes with a few sizes of needles. It has a very compact needle gauge, which I use needle gauge all the time. I believe this is a stitch holder, so it comes with one of these. I believe this is a form of cable needle. It comes with one of these. It comes with the cutest little sheep tape measure. Look at that happy sheep! I'm sure the colors vary depending on which one you get or what she has available. It has a row counter. Never used a row counter like this, but I definitely need more of those in my life. those teeny deadly sharp scissors. These are amazing. It comes with 5 of the, here. Oh, I dropped one. Okay, I just dropped it in the floor. It's not a big deal. It comes with 5 of these little origami star, can't see, stitch markers. It comes with 5 of these locking stitch marker safety pin things. And it comes with a stitch repair tool, which has 2 sizes. So this is the handiest thing in the world, and it all fits in this tiny little Altoid size tin, and it drops down in my project bag, and I can just grab this, and I know everything's in there, and have it with me on the bus, and I'm good to go. Okay, so that's fabulous. If you don't have that, you need to get one. If you have any Yarny friends, you need to buy. I'm sorry, I didn't want to lose this, and I would definitely forget that this is down there. These are really cool. I don't know if she makes these or if you can buy these somewhere. I got one as a gift a while back, just a single one, and it was super cute. Anyway, so I have all that, and that's for going on the bus with me. It's a great bus project. You can get quite a bit done on the bus because I cast those on the bus yesterday. And like I said, I had a terrific time riding the bus. I did get on going the wrong way home, but it's okay, and that's that. Those are all my works in progress right now. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Gonna have a little sip of, this is coffee. I think this is 8 o'clock brand coffee, the number 3 strength. That's what we normally get. Has my favorite Coffee Mate peppermint mocha creamer in it. And I love this mug. It's so cute. I think I had tea in this mug last time, so you're familiar with my little mug there. And I am doing some sweater planning because I've never knit a sweater, but like I said, after I did that COLORWORK project, I felt like a knitter with a capital K. And I had run out to Joann's the other night this week, and I picked up this knit scene. I picked up several magazines because I adore magazines, you guys. I hate that a lot of people don't read magazines anymore. But I liked the sweater on the cover, so I said, let me flip through here. And then I actually fell in love with this sweater. This is the Ravelry sweater by Brandy Velton. It's in the winter 2016 knit scene, but you can get this for $5.50 on Ravelry. It's in the show notes, a link to it, because I did find it there. This is knit in worsted. I can't remember if it says DK or light worsted, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it says DK light worsted. So I have a bunch of, I have enough yowza what a skein to knit this sweater. And it is green, but it's a lighter green. And it's very variegated. I believe it's called Dragonflight. I don't have that in my Ravelry stash yet, but it'll be in there before I knit with it. And then this is knit in a fingering weight, the lace, and attached separately. And I just think this makes the sweater something that I would love to wear. And I think it's beautiful. And I would definitely, I think I would just knit this in a contrast color. I have a couple of colors in the running, and I can share those with you after I get the sweater cast on. But like I said, it's knit scene winter 2016. There's a lot of really pretty patterns in this particular knit scene. Like, I love this cardigan, the lace sleeves. That's also something I would wear. I think it's fantastic. I like this sweater, but I would want sleeves on it. It has that little cutout detail. And is that one it's DK. It's not fingering weight. It's in the DK. So, but here is that. Yeah, here's that whole sweater from the front cover. Isn't that cute? I like the contrast color and the ribbing. So that is something that I would knit too. And this feels like a really short episode today, but I've been trying to keep up with most of the Vlogmas. I'm doing miserably, actually. So what I've taken to doing is watching the Vlogmas in blocks. So I'll watch several days of one vlogger's vlogs at a time, and I've been up this morning trying to get things done before work, because riding the bus you have to leave like an hour before work, and it takes almost an hour to get back, but that's really, I get about an hour and a half of knitting time riding the bus. As far as time I have to be paying attention and walking to and from stops, so I'm enjoying that so far. I hope to continue to enjoy that. This is just a sweater from Old Navy that I just got. It's really thin, and it's 50% cotton, or maybe 55% cotton. It's cotton polyester blend. But I hope you've enjoyed your time with me today. Really been enjoying Sue showing up on Andre Sue Knits. Sue from Legacy Fiber Art showing up on Andre Sue Knits podcast. That's a lot of fun. Andy is adorable, and I love her alone or with a co-host. And I've been getting to see a lot of them. I've gotten to pop in on another episode or two of Sue's Periscopes, which are a lot of fun and very nice way to start your day. If you get an opportunity, check her out on Periscope. And thank you one more time for stopping by today. If you were new, I hope you come back. Feel free to subscribe so that you'll be notified whenever I have an episode popping up. And I just hope you have a great day. So happy knitting. See you later.